It's coffee time with John. You know, when I go out in the world and I'm walking around, I'm going to the store, I'm going to the gas station, I'm going to, the lumber yard or Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever one is there. I smile at everyone. I interact with everyone. I make obvious connection with everyone. Even if it's just a glance and a smile, I make the obvious connection with everyone. I have a complete understanding that person across from me is just an aspect of myself. That person across from me is just another part of love, and that we are all part of God. And so when I look across at the person, I realize that person has a similar desire as mine. That person wants to be loved just like we all want to be loved. We all want unconditional love in our life. And the conditions are where we lose our way. We want things to be a certain way, so we create conditions. I'll give you my positive reinforcement. I'll give you my love when you meet my conditions. Unconditional love has no condition. And conditional love is a condition. It's the condition of illness, because your concept of having a condition is really masking God from the world, masking your ability to share God with the world, your ability to share love with the world. You are the representation of God on earth. And you have the ability to show the lack of God or the abundance of God. And you can show the lack of God by being negative, by being judgmental, by being frustrated, by being harsh on people, by judging people in ways that are just really unfair, And all judgment tends to be unfair. But instead, recognize them as a part of yourself who is trying to work their way through this life as well. You suddenly have a new aspect, a new concept. You see someone struggling, you go, okay, that's a part of God that's struggling. So let's do something nice for them. Let's smile at them. Let's give them that $5 bill that's been sitting in your pocket. Just do the small things, Do the things that are loving and caring and joyful. Show that person across from you that they are not alone in the world, that they are one with you and you are one with them. And I was telling someone the other day about cleaning my house and purging so I can get ready to move soon. And I'm finding winter coats and blankets and warm clothes, and I'm packing them all up and dropping off at homeless shelters. Why? Because a part of myself is cold tonight. A part of myself doesn't have a tent to sleep in, and I have a tent downstairs in my house that I can just load into a car and take somewhere and give to the homeless. There are blankets that will keep someone warm tonight. There are jackets and coats and things that I haven't worn, don't wear, that can keep someone warm tonight. And I have the ability to go down and hand them my love through that simple gesture of going into my closet and getting something I don't use anyway and delivering it to them. I mean, that's just the loving thing to do, right? Understanding that when I'm sitting in my studio with my green screen on in a warm house, and it's 35 degrees outside, and I know someone's going to be sleeping outside tonight, and I have the ability to keep someone warm tonight. So I do that. They are an aspect of God, as are you. And I often hear people say, don't give the homeless money, they'll just buy booze or whatever. You have no idea what they'll buy. That's just your judgment. Give them the money. They'll use it how they need to use it. whatever way they need to use it. You're giving them an opportunity, is what you're giving them. You're giving them an opportunity. Many of them will buy food with it because they're hungry. Very rare will they buy, the things that are going to kill them, but they're probably going to buy food. That's probably the number one thing they're buying right now. Food. Because it's one of the key elements of life. Food. So, think about this as well. If someone is so desperate that they are debasing themselves to stand in the street and beg, they're in a low spot. They're in a low, low spot. Would you want to stand in front of people and beg? They are in a low and desperate spot. Love them. Give them what you can. If you don't have money, you don't have to give them money. If you have spare food in your cupboard, give them the food. Give them whatever you can. And realize you're just giving back to yourself, because you're showing love to someone who that simple gesture of love could potentially turn them into a different person, could change their experience, could show the world is not a harsh, cruel place, but there are people out there who care. And that simple realization could save a life, could change an experience. And you could be the one delivering that. You could be the one dropping that off. And it doesn't mean go stand at the soup kitchen, but that's beautiful if you choose to do that. It could simply mean give them the coat. That's a Bible story. He gave him the coat off his back, right? Do that in life. Give the other aspects of you that you see every day the love that you deserve and the love that you have to give. And you will experience the world changing around you. You guys have a loving day. And I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. The John of New channel is solely funded by your generous donations and purchases of private readings and merchandise. To help out, go to johnofnew.com or use the donation link in the description below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.